Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that this video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is also fantastic. And maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka yesterday concluded his 3-day tour of Nyanza. Kalonzo Musyoka toured Nyamira, he toured Kisii, and he toured Homa Bay. During his trip to Nyanza, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was joined by Simba Arati and Migori Governor Dr. Ochilo Ayako.
Simba Arati tumekuja kama viongozi wa Azimio kusema mkimgusa Simba Arati muhatarishe maisha ya Simba Arati, inji itapasuka. Kwanza tunawaletea salamu za baba. Mnazipokea? Mnazipokea kweli? Ama mnababaika? Wangapi wanasema hawezi kubabaika? Yale baba ametufunza miaka yote hiyo ya kudumisha demokrasia, kupigania haki za mwananchi wa kawaida, kusema lazima huyu mtu anaitwa Zakayo ashuke kutoka kwa mti, asiposhuka tunakata mti, kwa sababu ya gharama kubwa ya maisha, kwa sababu ya ushuru kila mahali. Sasa ameleta ushuru wa nyumba. Leo tunaona kweli ukoloni mambo leo imerudi Kenya, kwa sababu huwezi kuhesabiwa kuku yako, mbuzi zako ndio ulipe ushuru.
I'm going to do a comprehensive analysis about Stephen Kalonzo's tour of Nyanza and what he needs to do to win the support of the people of Nyanza, because there is no way Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka can become the next president of the Republic of Kenya without winning the support of the people of Nyanza, who have been standing with Raila Odinga all along. And the truth of the matter is that William Samoei Arap Ruto has also escalated his activities and focus in Nyanza. And while in Nyanza, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka attacked Martha Karua. According to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Martha Karua is an unstarter as far as 2027 presidential campaigns are concerned. And Martha Karua yesterday responded to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka ruthlessly. Let me just read for you what Martha Karua posted on her official Twitter handle. This is what she posted. My unsolicited advice to my brother Kalonzo Musyoka is to focus on marketing himself and leave the decision of who is best to voters. As a matter of fact, I tend to agree with Martha Karua that it is the people who will decide who is the best. And as a matter of fact, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should also focus on his campaign minus dragging the name of Martha Karua. But is Azimio headed for collapse? Now that is the question which most Kenyans are currently asking. Because if you've been following the activities in Azimio, Eugene Wamalwa, who's been accompanying Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka in most of these activities, and Martha Karua, disagreed with the NADCO report. And Eugene Wamalwa has made it very, very clear that for him, he's going to lead no campaign against the NADCO report, because we all know that the NADCO report might actually be subjected to a referendum. So it is clear that Azimio are pulling from different direction. But why do you think Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was attacking Martha Karua and the response from Martha Karua? That's exactly what I want us to do in this video. But before you do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And yesterday I was away, and I want to apologize to you guys for missing. There were a lot of things which I really wanted to do, but time could not allow. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. Let me also ask you this simple question. You as Azimio supporter, who would you want to be the presidential candidate in 2027? and 27. Of course, I'm ruling out Raila Odinga for now. Raila Odinga is going to AU. I doubt if he will come back to campaign. Of course, he can come back after 2 years. He can come back with a bang. He can do what we were calling Baba Wali away, and the country will just rally around him. But for now, I want to leave Raila Odinga out of this. Assuming Raila Odinga is out of the equation, between Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa, Wajakoya the Fifth, and Martha Karua, who do you vote for as the presidential candidate? Let me read your answers below. But for me, the exchange between Martha Karua and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, in my view, is unhealthy. It's not helpful in any way to Azimio. The other day, Martha Karua formed what they were calling Kamwene Leadership Forum, that was bringing the leadership from Mount Kenya together, and it was intended to consolidate the mountain and fight for the interest of the people of the mountain. I remember Kalonzo Musyoka attacking Kamwene group. So which means between Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua, there is kind of some friction. But these attacks, what are they supposed to achieve? And what are they telling us? Number one is the future of Azimio. And the biggest question is, who is likely to carry the Azimio flag? Because if you look at Martha Karua, she was Raila Odinga's running mate. And therefore, Martha Karua feels entitled to be the presidential candidate in the absence of Raila Odinga. And the truth of the matter is that Martha Karua is not doing much to win the support of Azimio supporters. Martha Karua is either in Ford, Kenya, or somewhere, but Martha Karua is not doing much. Kalonzo Musyoka also believes that he's the right candidate, having supported Raila Odinga twice and having delivered. The only disadvantage, or the main disadvantage Martha Karua is facing currently, is that she failed to win the support of her own people. Martha Karua did not win a member of parliament, a senator, so she's just there. For Kalonzo Musyoka, he's assured of the mountain, of the Kamban votes. Kalonzo Musyoka is also assured of the MPs he's supporting, and of course, having stood with Raila Odinga, most Azimio supporters feel that Kalonzo Musyoka is the right person. But it begs the question, the future of Azimio. Is Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Alliance steering at the possibility of a collapse? That's the biggest question most Kenyans are asking currently. So for me, there's a big challenge for Azimio. And if they won't be able to manage it, Azimio is going to collapse. Number two, this exchange is also exposing the silent war between Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua. And it's not about the 2027 presidential elections. The mere fact that Raila Odinga picked Karua over Kalonzo did not sit well with Kalonzo Musyoka. And that's why Kalonzo Musyoka keeps on poking holes on the suitability of Martha Karua. Of course, we all know Kalonzo was very clear that if you don't pick him, Azimio was going to fail. That happened. Martha Karua also believes that they delivered for Azimio, but the votes were stolen. So there's that silent war, and it has existed. It has existed for some time now. Number three, for me, it simply means that in Azimio, there is no strategy. If they had a strategy, these exchanges would not be coming public. The truth of the matter is that Azimio might not have a communication strategy. Azimio as a coalition might not have structures. Because if Azimio had structures, for example, they would be having the leader, which is Raila, the deputy, which is Karua, and maybe these other structures. Of course, they had the summit and headed by Oparanya, I think Uhuru and Oparanya. But beyond that, the summit was just to lead the campaigns. Beyond that, nothing else. So it simply shows you that Azimio lacks strategy. Because if they had a strategy, they would be having an aspect of communication. How are they communicating? What happens in a situation where another leader attacks the other leader? So that they would discuss all these issues and then find a solution. But what are we seeing? Simple. we're just seeing attacks after attacks after attacks. Anybody who would not understand why. If you take, for example, if you go to ODM, for example, it's very rare to find this kind of clear attacks, leaders attacking each other, because they have structures where they can raise some of the issues. And for me, for Azimio to exist, they need a secretariat, something kind of what NASA had. You know, in NASA, they had a secretariat which was headed by none other than my friend Norman Magaya. So Azimio, in my view, also needs a secretariat which is headed by someone known, and that secretariat is represented, their representative. Like I remember NASA had a representative, Ford Kenya had a corner there, Wiper had their person and a corner there, you know, ANC had a corner there. For Azimio, I'm not sure whether they have that kind of a setup. And lastly, it simply tells you that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is focused on becoming the presidential candidate in 2027. And therefore, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is focusing all his efforts in ensuring that he takes control of Azimio. But I don't know whether he will succeed by taking the control over Azimio by attacking Martha Karua. I don't think that is the right thing. Kalonzo Musyoka should just focus on winning the support of Azimio supporters. When he went to Nyamira, he went to Kisii, he went to Migori, initially I thought something was wrong, but the presence of Arati in Kisii and the presence of Uchila Yako, in my view, also played some good politics for him. But I don't know. Kalonzo Musyoka is keen on taking control of Azimio. And for me, what Kalonzo Musyoka should focus on right now is not opening Wiper offices. It's good for him in case of a fallout. But I think Kalonzo Musyoka need to strengthen Azimio. If there's one person who needs Azimio more than Azimio needs them, is the gentleman called Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. You see, like when he was in Migori the other day, yesterday, he went to ODM office, and the event was so huge. And even the people he addressed were predominantly ODM. So going to Migori, for example, to try and open a Wiper office, ODM would view that as competing them and might not allow him. So I don't know what to think. Let me hear your thoughts. And by the way, there was this exchange or physical fight between George Natembea and Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. Not Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. And Ford Kenya leader, Moses Wasika Wetangula. And the cabinet secretary for health, Susan Mbio. I'm coming with that analysis later. Thank you, and we have a good day. Bye-bye.